You are listening to APEX1 Radio. Stay with us for the best bet in the new wave of communication. APEX1 Radio. Get informed, enjoy, and learn.
Bonne année à tous nos amis qui se trouvent du côté du Cameroun et surtout en Afrique en entière. It's 2017 in most parts of the world, including Africa. Then, let's go to Africa. Then, let's go to Cameroon. And when we get to Cameroon, we move on to the northwest region of that great country. And once we are there, we take a ride to Bafut. Bafut is a town a few kilometers away from the headquarters of the northwest region. And in Bafut, there is this big end of year concert that is crossing the people of that town into 2017. Our man in Cameroon, Tabifor Kings, traveled to Bafut from Douala today, or that was yesterday, and from there, he now joins us to paint the picture of Bafut this 1st January 2017. Tabifor Kings, welcome. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year, Mr. Kanjo, and Happy New Year to all APEX1 Radio fans. It's a great year starting here, especially here in Bafut, where we are having the New Year Light concert organized by Gomson Music Group in association with the Peacemakers. It's a very great way to start the new year with all those numerous stars that we have here in Bafut who have come for some kind of fundraising end of year activity to do a great concert in honor of Bafut to raise money to put up some street lights from Angiatin going down towards the Street Palace.
That's great. So, Tabifor Kings, you got into Bafut earlier on a few hours ago. That was precisely yesterday for you. And tell me, how was the town? How was Bafut? I know you've been there. You've been away from Bafut for a while. You live in Douala, but you just visited Bafut for this end of year concert. So, how was Bafut when you got into town? And how were the people preparing to get into 2017?
Well, the people of Bafut, there was not too much excitement as I would have expected. Especially as I got into Bafut because I was transporting the stage for the concert. I got into Bafut at around 7:30, just before the head of stage speech. What I noticed was that most of the inhabitants in Bafut were preparing for the next day much more than actually this end of year. And what I noticed in the general atmosphere was that the people were very, very uncertain about what's going to happen next year. But at the same time, they were feasting, thanking God for the opportunity to see this year right to its end. The general atmosphere was an atmosphere of, let's say, conviviality and enjoyment, but not too much excitement as it was in Bamenda. You know, I had to make a stop over to Bamenda, and it was a completely different atmosphere before I got back to Bafut, where I am now.
Wow, that's interesting. And so, tell us about this end of year concert. What is the raison d'être for this concert?
Actually, the organizer, Mr. Ngwafube, who is the CEO of Gomson Music Group, organized this concert along with his brother, Dr. Ngongala Stefan, in order to raise some funds to put some street lights in Bafut. In fact, they were organizing this concert to showcase what Bafut can offer in terms of culture, in terms of agriculture, in terms of customs and traditions. It was like putting some light or spotlight on Bafut itself, but through a fundraising event that was going to, whose profits are going to be used to put some street lights in Bafut town. So that was the main reason why the concert was organized, and of course, as a byproduct, to give a massive or great entertainment opportunity or event to the people of the Northwest region, because here at this concert we are having so many different artists. I can call it an all-star event because we have a panoply of artists present participating at this event.
Now, before now, this end-of-year concert in Bafut was highly publicized, and I would imagine that it has brought together illustrious sons and daughters of Bafut living in other towns of Cameroon and even abroad. So, Is that the case? Tell me just how just how is Bafut now? Just how filled up is the town with its sons and daughters?
Well, actually, the turnout was it was not too massive, but we found a lot of people, that is the inhabitants, the indigenes of Bafut, coming for this concert because it raised a lot of curiosity. But when it comes down to the actors in this event, I just saw one or two artists who originate from Bafut. You had Young Fame, you had Roxane, who originate from Bafut, and a few local artists that I found there. But a majority of the artists or actors who came for the event were other artists like Jovi, artists like Renis, artists like Pascal, amongst others. Alena Menget was there too. So in summary, those are the people that came there. But the turnout was mostly from the people in Bafut. I talked with a few of the people that came just from around, and they said this is the first time they were having something organized by the Sons of the Soil, which was having such a great had such great importance or such great effect. But they are hoping that this is not going to be the last one, and other projects are going to come up like this that not only bring the artists that they love, but also have those who shall help in the development of their locality.
Kings, unfortunately, we did not feel the last seconds of 2016 and the first ones of 2017 in Bafut because we were with Valérie Tata Dolafe in Yaoundé, feeling those great moments. So could you just take us back? How was this crossover? What was the reaction from the population?
I think I'd rather do a comparison because when I dropped the stage, I had to come back to town. Coincidentally, I was getting to town just around the period where it was just about breaking into the new year, because I was actually on the road just when I was getting to Bafut before the crossover began. What I noticed from the two different scenes was there was a lot of excitement in Bamenda, but not too much excitement in Bafut. Some few fireworks, some people making noise, like people running around and shouting "Bonne année," and people getting into bars and playing loud music, and people were walking around the street, some singing in their dialect. It was a nice scene in Bafut, but it was not as exciting as what I saw in Bamenda, because Bamenda was a total euphoria. It was madness indeed. But in Bafut, I must say, it was kind of timid, but the people were celebrating the new year.
Right.
There was this particular scene that I saw in Bafut. I saw some two guys were fighting, and I was like, how can people be fighting on the first or breaking 2017? Then later I saw they got up and embraced themselves and said they just wanted to do something crazy to start the year, and it was quite interesting. I must say, Bafut there was not too much euphoria, but the people were very happy to behold the new year 2017.
The people of Bafut are definitely very happy to be in 2017. Kings, want to thank you so much. So what you're going to do is you just catch your breath, then you move around and catch more info. Then we'll be right back with you after we must have tried Boya and moved over to Houston, Texas. Thank you very much, Kings. We'll be right back with you.
Thank you to Mr. Kenji. I'll be on standby.
Right.
Thank you again for tuning in with Apex One Radio. Stay with us on www.apex1radio.com. Apex One Radio, your radio.